Okay, welcome. I'm so excited to present with you with Miss Dina Peacock, and we're just going to take the next, few minutes and share with you about a brand that did $2.5 billion in one country and just came to North America. And I know when I first heard that stat, I was really blown away because the dream is to get in with a startup, but the reality is 95% of startups fail. They are very, very risky. 95% actually fail in the first 5 years. So the fact that this was established in 2018 in Korea, did $2.5 billion, just came to North America, it was like getting first movers advantage without the risk. And so I know that of course, the first step, those numbers are impressive, but then of course you want to try the product. And I can tell you when I ended up trying these products, I know Dina is going to tell you the same thing. It ended the search for us. I have never seen what this product does do anywhere else. This makes every other product I've ever used feel like drugstore quality. I was really blown away by the results, and I can tell you we're some product junkies. We have some strict standards about what goes on our skin. So we're going to show you exactly what this does and why it does what it does. But first off, if you didn't know, if you're wondering what's all this talk about Korea, Korea is actually considered the skincare capital of the world. So think of Korea is to skincare like Paris is to fashion. And what happened is in the hardest market in the entire world to go number one in, this became the number one searched for K-beauty brand in Korea. Not just that, but they did almost $3 billion and they sold 40 million jars of their dermatology cream alone. And I'm going to tell you what this does. I was just talking to a master esthetician a couple days ago, and she said, she goes, for what that cream does, normally I see creams that do what this does cost $300 to $400. She goes, I cannot believe this is $60 for this cream. And you'll find out why they chose the price point that they did. But 40 million bottles were sold. And to put that into perspective with you, I think we all are aware of Selena Gomez. She's taken the beauty industry by storm. She became a billionaire, and everyone was blown away when she sold 3 million units of her makeup. They sold 40 million jars in a country the size of the state of Indiana. They were already number 22 on the DSN list before they even stepped foot in North America. And North America is kind of a big deal on here. Dina, right?
Big time. That's where they wanted to get to. That was the target market.
Yep. And then I know that in North America, so I will say this, timing is to direct sales like location is to real estate. The search for Korean skincare in North America alone is up over 350%. You can make a lot of money when you partner with the right trends at the right time. And 80% of women who try this product don't want to stop using it. The retention is high. The average customer orders 7 times a year. The average order size is $200. It's a very sticky product line because I know that a customer that I get today is a customer I'm going to have 5 to 10 years from now. And I know, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about some of these brands. No?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. I would love to. So there's two different skincare lines. There's one for all skin types, and there's one for mature, non-sensitive skin. One is a water base, but it's not just water. You're going to see that it's Jeju Energy Lava water and how special that water is. And then the other one is an oil based. And so this video was one of the first things I watched when I was looking at this company, and it had my attention.
Yeah. And we're not, you're going to have to ask the person that invited you here for this video. We're not going to play the sound, but I want you to see the quality. Now, this is their brand video. They hired the producers who make videos for Toyota, paid them $800,000 to make this one video for North America. This is the quality that you can expect to see from this company because they care about first-class marketing and celebrity endorsements. And so this really explains the science and the technology that goes in behind it. I will tell you that on what happened, kind of the story behind this was it was the number one product formulator in Asia. He's the guy that companies would hire to create innovative home run products. And what happened was he was researching something called tiger grass because tigers would actually roll around in this to heal their wounds faster. And he had developed his own strain and technology of this, and he was putting it on the skin, and it was rapidly healing the skin in just 5 to 7 days. He has 12 different patents on just the skincare alone. There's 18 years of exclusivity on this. Nobody can duplicate this technology for the next 18 years. And you can see it just kind of showed that energy lava water that it was showing that Dina was kind of talking about. And this is basically seawater that's been filtered under volcanic rock. And for over 400,000 years, by the way, it has frequencies and minerals in it that you cannot even find on this earth anymore. And so I know that, most products out there, they use distilled water, which is dead water, as a filler in the product. Well, the owner and the product manufacturer, he is one of six scientists that has a government contract to be able to access this energy lava water. He's the only one licensed to use it in cosmetics. And so he uses that in place of the dead water. And so when you try this product and you're wondering, how am I seeing results in just 5 days? It's because it's a cosmeceutical. Cosmeceuticals do things that regular skincare cannot do. This uses microfluidizer technology, which is very, very expensive equipment, and nanoliposomal technology so that it penetrates to the deepest layer of the skin and heals from the cellular level from the inside out.
Yeah, so the thing about skincare, first of all, I'm super passionate about it. I absolutely love it. And who doesn't want to look their best? And aging is not easy. However, this skincare is so popular and Koreans are so good at what they do. Like Bree told you, in the most competitive market in the world, to go number one is very, very, it's a big accomplishment because that, can you imagine how many they have? And for me, what I'm blown away by here is the fact that there is no target demographic for these products. We have young teenagers that want this skincare, use this skincare all the way to the oldest person in the country, in North America. So there is no, everyone is interested. That's the thing that is so mind-boggling, is that there is your target audience is everyone, and don't exclude men because they care about their skin too. And when I use these products, I was blown away because I've done a lot of damage to my skin. I'm paying the consequences now. However, my face is okay. And it's because I was introduced to these products. And I really take pride, and it's part of my mental health to put these products on twice a day. But for those of you who are guests on here, what I want you to know about a consumer of skincare is that it washes down the sink and you put it back on. So this is something that people are going to want and need and continuously use.
Yeah. And who's this lady on the right?
That's me. And I was blown away. And of course, if you don't have the pictures, you're not going to see, you're going to feel, boy, are you going to feel. The very first time I put this skincare on, when I got to the moisturizer, it was it was a sound that came out of me that was not PG-13. I mean, like, because it's that level of wow, and it did not disappoint. And the thing about it is that it stays on. That level of hydration stays with you all day long until you take it off. And
Mhm.
that's the big difference, is that it doesn't just absorb a little bit and then just go away. This is penetrating very deeply into the skin, turning over those new cells, hydrating those cells, and repairing. And it stays with you all day long.
Yeah, this is actually my forehead on the left, and I'm so grateful for these products because I have opted out of Botox. So I don't know what I would do without them, to be honest. My husband is in the middle. I honestly don't know if I'm more impressed with his pores or his sunspots. And then you can see it's life-changing what it does for teens. If you have teens who are struggling with acne, That is heartbreaking. It's really one of the worst things you have to deal with when you're young. And so this has helped clearing up the skin. You can see what it's doing for men. And then of course, this is our friend Paige. This is more of a progression photo. You can see what it did for her after 5 or 6 months, how it took 10 years off of her skin.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to talk about this because this is your baby.
This is. Well, I'm going to skip to the second thing, which is the body cream. I have one everywhere, and I'm never without it. It is the most amazing. This is skincare for your body. So what this is doing for your face, this has that. This has hyaluronic acid. It has collagen. It has that Jeju Energy Lava water. It has the tiger's grass in it. So this heals your skin, and it is beyond soft. And even when you wash your hands, there's like a protective barrier that is now on your skin. I will say that this is the first winter in many, many, many years that I did not have the dry skin that was itching and borderline painful. And it was all because of this. And this is so affordable. And this is a big old giant tube. So I have them everywhere. Anytime that I've got to go to a girls' night, a friend's birthday, or whatever, guess what gets in a bag? And guess what and I say, they go, "Oh, what is this?" or whatever. And I said, "I'll be hearing from you." And sure enough, I do.
Yep, that it's a $60 cream that they charge $27 for. Honestly, they could charge it and people would pay it. And it's all patented. You can see they have 14 patents across the product line. The other line is the Lab line, which they have clinical trials in Korea, how it grows hair because it has a patented ingredient in it. So they have the white papers on that. Now, we don't make those claims here in North America, but we are using the same products. So I think you can kind of put two and two together. And here's what Dina was talking about with the crepey skin, the discoloration, how it smoothed that out. This on the left, you can see her dry, inflamed skin on her scalp. This is like skincare for your scalp. This is after one wash. You can see what it did. And then, of course, you can see the fullness that's coming in. And you had results with Brian as well, right?
Yeah, he had, I think it was about 21 days, and he couldn't believe it. I mean, when you can show a man some hair growing that's not there. Ooh, they are fired up. What I'll say too about this skincare, I mean this hair care is it's very different.
Mhm.
It's not what we're normally using. This is treating the scalp, and so when you use it, you want to get in there with those with your fingertips, not your nails, and really massage it into the scalp. And then the water treatment conditioner is just a whole nother level of an experience because you put it all over your scalp, same thing, fingertips, and it heats up on your scalp, and it's actually treating those follicles, and it's actually skincare for your scalp. And everyone I know who uses this absolutely loves it. And I'll give you my little added bonus. This shampoo, for whatever reason, my hair keeps curl a lot longer on these products, and I don't know what that's from, but I'm just going to give that a little plug.
I did not know that. Okay, good to
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
So they also have a couple of health products, and your health is directly related to your skin, so it's part of their beauty portfolio. This is called Deep Talk, and what this does is when you drink it with water, this is Eastern medicine. They expand 40 times their size, gently scrape the sides of the intestinal wall, and clean you out. Now, a side effect of this is less bloating, more regular in the bathroom, and we absorb nutrition through our intestinal wall, so it's really important to keep that cleaned out. They also have collagen ampoules. There's 28 different types of collagen in the body. This is the most beneficial for the hair and the skin. So they specifically chose this one. Now, they also added immune boosting qualities to it where it has selenium and glutathione and vitamin C. So I'm going to give some credit to that, why I didn't get sick this winter with the flu like everybody else did. And then we also have these collagen melting sheet masks.
Yeah, they are absolutely incredible. And you know, I when I learned just from you, Bree, about how the packaging, the gels, and the things like that, the wet Korean skincare mask, they have all these chemicals in there to preserve them, and then they can also mold. So I was like, oh, that did it for me. And so these, with applying them dry and then spraying it on, and it absorbs into the skin, and You can see as much as a 28% reduction in fine lines and wrinkles from one application. So, prom season's coming up, wedding season's coming up, and you're going to want everybody to get these definitely for a special occasion in their life, because it is amazing. And the softness that comes with it absolutely made the science, and you just feel the science. Like you're
Mhm.
like, this is so next level, and this is so different. And I love how all of our products are so different, and each product has its own experience.
Mhm.
And so that part alone is a huge part of this company for me, is experiencing each product and how unique they are, because they're not anywhere else.
I know, and this is exactly why it sold out 3 times. So if you noticed, Dina did more of her makeup than I did. I will say I put mine on early this morning, and so whatever is left on my face is what's been hanging out here all day. And Dina, you better go out on. You have Brian take you out tonight. You look fabulous.
Well,
But
I got on shorts and socks from the waist down. So I've got on the Zoom uniform.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, this is Korean skincare infused makeup. This is actually healing the skin while you make yourself up. And what's interesting about these lips is these are butter lip tints. Most colors that stay on all day, tint the lips, have that velvet feel. They completely dry out your lips. I can't wear them, and my lips are cracking, and I hate it. This stays all day, but it doesn't dry out your lips. It's very hydrating. It's very fascinating. I don't know if you have an opinion. I know you have it on right now.
Yeah, I have on the dusky mauve, and yeah, I'm that person that applies all day long. I mean, go to the chat and tell me, are you the person who applies all day long? Like it's constant, like constant. And it's because I'm always eating or drinking or doing something that takes the lips off. And so it is really nice and refreshing to actually have a stain, and you can actually feel it. Um, there's no lip plumpers in here, but it's a little feel like it is a little bit of a lip plumper, and that's the staining of your lips. So this is the dusky mauve, which is my favorite color in this, and then the lip oil is on top of that. So I'm thoroughly enjoying having lip color without applying it all day long.
And then, of course, we have a 4D cushion foundation. Now, these are all coming out this week, mind you. So, this is a new product launch. This, you can see that a brand called La Mer, it's very expensive, sold at Neiman Marcus. They have a cushion that sells for $150. The reason is because this makes your makeup look like it's been airbrushed or professionally done. This is filtered makeup. I don't know how they do it. But Korea, I can see why it's the beauty capital of the world. So ours will not be that price point. Ours will be $55 and it comes with a refill. So it's like getting 2 for 1.
It is, and guess what? Y'all, guess what? This is a liquid, a powder, and a cream all in one. And so the sponge in here is actually wet, and you'll see that. And
Mhm.
it goes on, and it's like a powder finish. It's incredible. It is absolutely remarkable. And it literally blurs out pores, and it does give you, it's a whole different look that your makeup has. I didn't know that makeup could go on and you could take your finger like this and it doesn't come off. This literally feels like a smooth layer of skin.
Well, tell them what you were
That's what it
saying
is.
about when your skin is aging, you thought that older
Yeah.
makeup meant this.
Yeah, so I'm always up for trying a new foundation, and when as you're older, I'm always looking for those things that hydrate, and come to find out, you're just putting it on top of the skin, and I could put on glasses, y'all, like just put on glasses, and there would be a ring right here where it rubbed the makeup off. And I could scratch my face like this, and there would be a finger mark on my face because it was just sitting on top of the skin. And this is actually into the skin and feels like a remarkable smooth layer of skin that's been applied. It is a filter without a filter, and it is a blurring effect
Mhm.
that I personally have never experienced. And I've tried a lot of foundations.
And somehow it doesn't settle in your lines is the most
Oh,
fast because I'm in my 40s. Dina, you should tell them your age because you look so
no,
stick.
I'm 37.
So you can see this is what some of the before and afters with the cushion makeup looks like. And if we piqued your interest on this, you can get your hands on it on Wednesday.
It's going to sell out.
It will. It absolutely will. So, if you're looking at this for a business in addition to the products, there's a couple of things that make this different that really piqued our interest where once you hit a percentage, you actually lock that in for life. So, for example, the 20% or the 30%, you can lock that in, but you also have the ability to earn up to 54% on retail commissions, which is very generous. And this plan also has rollover volume in it, where your volume is actually going to roll over to the following month to help you towards rank advancement. So, let's say you wanted to lock in 20%. If you did 1,000 a month for 3 months in a row, you're going to lock that in. Most companies, you have to climb your way back up the ladder every single month. If you wanted to lock in 30%, it would be 2,000 a month for 3 months in a row. You lock in the 30%. It doesn't have to take you 3 months. We have people that do this their first day, their first week. It's really up to you how fast or slow you want to go. It could take you all year if you want. It doesn't matter. Now, what's interesting is this company does not require subscriptions or auto shipments. And I said, "Can you repeat that again? I have not heard of this." I said, "Why?" They said, "We don't have to." They said, "Anyone who uses this once is not going to stop using it. So we do not have to require our affiliates to purchase it." Talk about confidence in your product right
I was
there.
going to say just that too. I mean, like that is really, that's almost arrogant that
Mhm.
they are that confident in their products that, hey, so when we looked at this company, those were the three things that she just said that absolutely slapped me. They was like slap, slap, slap. No auto ship required to earn commissions, rollover volume, and locked in ranks. And guess what? When you get to running for the higher ranks like team leader, when these people lock in these ranks, you're done. You're team leader for life. Like those people already hit it. And so you're done. Like I'd never been a part of something that you didn't have to chase every month and requalify. And
Mhm.
so these were huge things that spoke to me when I was looking at this company, where those three things stood out to me the most. Because guess what? No one else is offering that. Nobody. No one is offering those three things. And we can proudly say that we figured out why there's no auto ship because they're a little arrogant and they should be because their products.
I love it. Well, I will say they can be arrogant because most companies pay out on their comp plan in around 45% of the company's revenues. They actually pay out around 60% on the comp plan. It is the most generous comp plan I've seen in the industry. They just came out with comp plan enhancements. They announced it in March. And so there's 6 different ways that we get paid. If you would like to watch a full video of the president of the company explaining the full compensation plan, ask the person that invited you. They can send that to you. But guess what? It's only $20 to become an affiliate to grab your.
It's
Oh,
free.
and it's
It's
free. I
free.
forgot. Yeah.
For April, it's free.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're watching this, it's April of 2025. It is free through the end of the month. And you can actually, they do have starter kits that you only have access to your first 30 days in the business. The reason being is because they're a better deal. You get more products for less money, and you can also you earn rebates back on your own orders. So you can get up to $1,500 back on a rebate on what you get. And so what's great is are those starter kits go towards helping to lock you in at 20%, where now you're doubling your income for the same amount of work, or go towards locking in that 30%. Now you're tripling the amount that you earn for the same amount of work. So get back to the person that invited you. They can share those starter kits with you. And where are we going next month?
We're going to Cabo, and we've actually been to this. And this of when you're in this industry and you go on these incentive trips, it's how it was why I needed a passport for the first time. I'm not ashamed to say that. And this was actually my favorite resort that I've been to in all the years. And so to be going back there again is absolutely remarkable. It is a wonderful, wonderful resort, and I cannot wait. It'll be my very first Riman um, incentive trip. So I'm excited to see how they do things.
I am too. I'm so excited to see how they do it. I will say they do 2 retreats a year. So they do 2 trips a year, so you can qualify for both if you're a travel junkie like we are. They also have two conferences a year. We just had one in Vegas. Now, we actually rented a penthouse suite in Vegas and had a really fun team party there. There were, between 200 and 300 people there. And I thought I had to ask the person that invited you to send a video of it. We had a lot of fun. So, uh, here's the thing. This company believes in first class marketing and celebrity endorsements. This is how we're used to buying as consumers. Now, this is an example of one of the ads that they have in Korea. This is Won Bin. He is like the Brad Pitt of Asia, and he's the face of the company. He's also almost 50 years old, and he looks like he's 30. So, but my point is an example of this ad. This looks like a Versace commercial or a YSL commercial. This is what we will expect to see in North America. They are in talks with two different A-list celebrities to potentially be the face of the brand. And then, of course, they've also partnered with, it's called Pentagram. It's one of the number one branding and marketing firms out of New York. And they work with brands like Lululemon, Starbucks, Christian Louboutin, Rolls-Royce, and now Riman. So the quality of advertising and that we're going to see is incredible. And Dina, we're going here in October.
You remember you talking about that passport? Yes, I get to go to Korea. Like, there's going to be people following me around asking to translate because they can't understand a word I'm saying. Totally expecting that, and that's fine. But I am so excited. I've never been this far, and so I'm super excited that I'm going to get to go and see these things firsthand. The smart
Yeah.
farm, the plants themselves, the Boda Lab, where research and development. Like, there's so much involved here. I did want to take just 1 second, if I could, because there may be some of you on here thinking it's Korean skincare. No, this is K Beauty. And you may say, well, what's that? K Beauty is a much higher standard of Korean skincare. You see, anyone can claim Korean skincare if it has one ingredient in it from South Korea. K Beauty means it was all from South Korea. It was produced, grown, manufactured, all has to be under that umbrella. So this is the premier of Korean skincare. So I want to make sure everyone knows this is not Korean skincare. This is K Beauty, and we meet a much higher standard.
Yeah. I will say, what's neat is, we actually went to Korea a few months ago. And if you don't know what this is, though, this is a five-star resort on Jeju Island, which is like the equivalent of our Hawaii off of the coast of Korea. Now, the owner of this company, because I'm going to tell you, I did a lot of research on ownership. It's very important when you're going to partner with the company. The owner of this company is the product formulator. He's the sole owner of the company, and he's a billionaire that drives a Hyundai, you guys. He is not doing this for the money. He is passionate about bringing luxury skincare to the everyday woman. And so to prove it to you, well, one, most owners, when they're in their first year in business, most owners, they take the profits and they want to go buy a jet or a beach house or a yacht. He took the first year's profits and immediately started construction on something called Riman Village. It's a five-star resort on Jeju Island, and he built it for us, you guys. He built it for the distributors, for the affiliates, because he wanted us to be able to have events there and retreats and leadership events. And they are actually currently, right now, doubling the size of Reborn Village. And so when we went here, they said that we were going to go see the smart farm. And so I was thinking, okay, cool. We're going to go see this greenhouse with these plants and we're going to go to lunch after. We pull up and it was several blocks of manufacturing facilities and labs and three different smart farms. The newest one is 150,000 square feet. And when we pulled up to this and I saw the scale of this, I remember in that moment thinking, this is so much bigger than network marketing. And why are they in the network marketing space, is what I was thinking. Well, I was on a mission to get an answer to that question. And what I found out is in Korea, they actually view direct selling very differently than we do, where we view it as a side gig and a way to make some extra money. They view it as a profession. And it's very respected and it's taken very seriously. In fact, when the government does their rankings for retail products, they don't differentiate between direct sales and retail. It's all on the same list. And so The chairman, who's the owner of the company, when he was in his 20s, he had fallen in love with this industry and knew that he wanted to partner with it. And so he has already mapped out a 100-year vision on how he wants to become the number one K beauty brand in the world. And he wants to do it with us. And I feel so lucky because I'm telling you right now, he is not competing with other direct selling companies and he's not competing with Arbonne or Nu Skin. His competitors are brands like Chanel and Dior and La Mer, and he wants to do it with us. And so you can see these are some images of the smart farm, just the vast scale of this. And I really came home with a different outlook where when I first came here, when I walked away from my previous brand, I used to say that something like this came along once every 15 years that had the potential to be a legacy company. But now I'm telling you, I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe anything like this will ever happen in our industry again. And I feel so lucky to be here. So with that, Dina, I'm gonna pass it out to you. We can close it out.
Well, I'm just sitting here thinking about a lot of the things, and just this week alone, like we launched a brand new IT site that is unbelievable. And that is in the process. As we're talking right now, it is actually up and running and working through those things. We have a whole new product line. We have a setting spray, makeup, and all of the lip colors launching on Wednesday. This train is moving at 500 miles per hour. And each time we think, okay, all right, they just keep doing, like they threw this free enrollment on it yesterday. Like, let's just let everybody sign up for free. Like, it's just this, it's really, but here's the feedback I've gotten this week alone is the reason that the people here love Riman is because it doesn't feel, nothing against network marketing, but it doesn't feel like network marketing. It feels like you're partnered with a luxury brand and they're going to pay you for your own skin to transform, and they're going to pay you big for doing that. You can literally be the second rank in here and lock in 40%. Usually, first of all, who else is paying 40% on their customer sales? But you've got to be like an influencer type, putting those type numbers on the board to even think about getting close to that. And so this thing is coming. And then I hear about this month, guys, we're going to be in Mexico, Malaysia, and Singapore. So you're going to be thinking Mexico. Well, guess what? This is the first K beauty brand to launch in Mexico. They're fired up. And this is just our life now of just this constant, oh my gosh, like this thing is absolutely the biggest thing I've ever been a part of. And it just got even better. And so this is going to be a household name. I kid you not. And you can either be the person changing your face and changing your finances by people noticing your face and introducing it and getting paid to refer these products. You can be very successful here without even a team. Like this thing is incredible. And these products are not stopping. We're going to continue to roll out makeup. We're getting a Riman scent, a Riman fragrance. Like the big picture things are just moving at a very rapid pace. And we're just trying to keep up because it's just getting better and better and better and better and better. But this is feels more like you are partnered with a real big luxury brand, the biggest thing you've ever been partnered with. And, we are vowing to not bring over any of the ickiness. And I'm not even going to go down that road, but you guys know what I'm saying. We are creating an entire different culture with this huge opportunity that we have. And we love people where they are, and we cheer them on and help them get to where they want to go. And things are absolutely exploding. So if you've ever wanted to be a part of something, if you've ever thought to yourself, if I could just once be in the right place at the right time, can I ever just get lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time? Sister, whoever invited you here, thanks a lot of you because you just found it. And this is your opportunity to find skills and talents and gifts you didn't even know you had. You go out and bless as many people as you can. And guess what happens in return? you are rewarded. So this is about other people. If you've got a heart for other people, if you want to make a bold move in this world, if you're thinking this is my time, by gosh, it is my turn to go and get all the things I'm worthy of and that I deserve, you need to join us and you need to partner with us and have your own mind blown by what you're going to find, what you're going to see, the people you're going to meet, and just how inspired you're going to be. So there you go.
Incredible. Mic drop moment, Dina, as always. You guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Have a great night. Get back to the person that invited you. We'll talk soon. Thanks, everyone.